Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Casey, and today's video is going to be the long-awaited apartment tour and story time. I have a video on my channel of my cousin turning his two-car garage into a studio apartment for me and my 3 kids. So this is the tour of the apartment now that we are in it and everything is settled. And then after the tour will be the story time of how we got to this point. So let's get to the tour. Okay, so I am standing with my back at the front door where we come in at. That's Batman, pay him no attention. So to my left is my youngest son's area. And each area is personalized a little to each child. They are huge anime fans. He owns a lot of jewelry. And this is anything for sports or outside toys. Anything that he has is in the corner or in his little bucket. He does have a massage recliner for his gaming chair, but he does have juvenile arthritis, so his back hurts too bad to sit in the regular gaming chairs. We've tried that. And then to the right of the door, as you come in, is my area, Batman's toy. My best friend had this made. One of her friends made it. I love it so much. It's really cute. I get a lot of interesting questions about my tripod when people come to see the apartment or come to visit and don't know that I have a YouTube channel. This is my area. That little bear is Barry, as in the Flash. My youngest son made that for me at Build-A-Bear many, many, many years ago. That is my TV and my dresser. This little remote controls the air conditioning for the apartment. And by the way, that little thing is very good. It works really good. A little table by my bed to charge my watch and my phone. I will be leaving a link, or trying to leave links where I got everything in case anybody wants to purchase anything that I got. And then right next to my area is my 18-year-old son's. He just graduated this year. He has a lot of shoes. He is a basketball player. Oh, don't mind the Sports Illustrated calendar that my daughter bought him. This is his diploma, and he played basketball for the school, so when they graduated, all of the seniors got a basketball and their teammates signed it. That's where his clothes are. And keep in mind that we do try to live very minimal, so we only have here everything that we need and use on a daily basis. I did have a storage unit before we moved out here. That's his TV, his game system, all of his shoes, and his clothes right there, and his work shoes and basketball stuff. He's also very into anime and Naruto and Black history. And this couch does make out into a bed. I thought this cushion was cute. It says the house was cleaned yesterday. Sorry you missed it. We were actually blessed with this couch. My cousin Brooke, whose husband Cody built this apartment, her dad gave us this when we still had the storage unit, so I kept it in there until we moved out here, so I'm very, very thankful for that. Like I said, it does make out to a bed, so that's where my son sleeps. And this right next to my oldest son is my daughter's area. My daughter is 22. She does work full-time. She's a teacher at a daycare, and she is also in college to be a teacher, an elementary school teacher. She is also an artist. She loves to paint. She just recently painted this little top to her box. It's so cute. And again, personalized. She loves earrings. And her daddy bought her that huge unicorn for either Christmas or a birthday. She loves it. Her favorite color is yellow. As you may can tell, her bed frame is even yellow. And that is her closet. It is a walk-in closet. The hot water heater is back there. That's her computer chair for her desk because, like I said, she is in college. And those are more clean clothes in that hamper. Also, happy Pride Month. My daughter is a huge gay rights activist, and I support her in everything she does. And if you don't support your own children, I will. Send them my way. And this is her little table. And she has her suitcases and bags and stuff like that under her bed. So that is my daughter's area. And for my favorite part of the house, the bathroom. So my cousin plumbed it and wired it for a stackable washer and dryer to have more space. And I'm glad he did that. It would have been terrible to have two huge, to have a washer and a dryer here and not have any extra room. So this is Batman's little area. His litter box, his tree house, and his bed. We hoped that he would get up here because he loves windows, but he actually does not even care to get up there. And then we have my favorite part, which is this massive shower. It is so beautiful. And we each have our own little area on that for our stuff. Then the toilet area here. And the vanity. I love that too. The bathroom is my favorite part of the apartment. It's beautiful and I love it. The kitchen. It is also really big to be in a studio apartment. And this is my breakfast nook with, that's Batman's food and water area, and then our little food trays. And we keep Nella's food and water back here. That's another one of Batman's toys in the back. So this is my little breakfast nook, and all the dishwasher, all of this, all of these counters, all of the cabinets, microwave, stove, refrigerator, all of these appliances Cody got out of a house. Cody traded a job for all of this in a house that he was working in, so he was able to just put all of this in storage until he was ready to install it. And I love the can lights. Those are in the whole place. I love them. So now I'm just gonna do a 360 view. So again, here is my area. One of my son's areas. And my daughter's. Bathroom, kitchen. And then my youngest son's area. And beside the refrigerator is where I keep my vacuum, mop, and broom, and all of that good stuff. And more of his outside stuff. He has a skateboard and a scooter. that is a 360 view. It's my cleaning bucket. I do own a cleaning business. And that is the only place I have to keep that it's out of the way. Okay, so the story time behind this is that Cody is my cousin. His wife's name is Brooke, so you'll hear those two names throughout the story time a little bit. Cody is my first cousin. Our mothers are sisters. Unfortunately, Cody's mother is no longer with us. When Cody was younger, I was younger too. I was 19 or 20 years old. I did take him in and help take care of him. He was still in high school. So this isn't just some random act. We are very, very close, more like brother and sister, I would say, even than cousins. And we do anything to help each other out. So what happened was I was working at a hospital at a long-term acute care unit, a very, very stressful job. And I got sick. I had to go to another hospital, and I was in a hypertension crisis. I was very sick. They couldn't control my blood pressure. Nothing they did helped. So I was advised that I probably needed to leave this particular job because it was a very stressful job, and the stress of the job was not going anywhere. So it was best that I just leave it and find another job. So at the time, I work at a tax office seasonally every year, and it was almost time for that job to start. Also, I own a cleaning business, but I couldn't physically get to that work at the time, so I couldn't really count on that. But I did still have money coming in from the job that I left because I had just quit, and then I had the seasonal job coming up. My daughter lives at home. She was working full-time, so it's not like I just quit my job and said to hell with it, whatever happens happens. I had a plan. So I had a very, very greedy landlord, and I do have witnesses for that. I'm not just calling her a greedy landlord because she wouldn't wait on rent. So she had told me when I moved in that she didn't do leases. She did it month to month. She didn't want to deal with the lease. I later found out that that's because she just wants to be able to put anybody out whenever she gets ready to. So in this particular month, I had given her $200 at the first of the month, and my rent wasn't late until after the 5th. My rent was $600. That coming Thursday, I was giving her the other $400. And, I explained to her everything that was going on. She knew I had to quit my job. She knew I was sick, and she knew that I had backup money and backup work. But she literally told me no. She told me to keep that $400 and not pay her for that month, and that I had until the end of that month to move out. So, and Cody's wife, Brooke, happened to be with me when I looked at the apartment before we moved in, and the landlord had said that one of her friends who used to rent from her wanted her to hold the apartment until September, so when her lease would be up so she could move back in. And the landlord said she told her no, she couldn't wait that long or whatever. Guess what month she put me out? Yeah, September. So I guess she wanted to just move her friend in instead of having to, worry about if or when I got work again. I don't know. She had told me when she moved in, and she told me that day that she was telling me I had to move. She said, I told you when you moved in that I depend on this money. I have to have this money. I have to have the rent on time, and I depend on it. So she said, you have to move. You have until the end of the month. Just don't give me the other money. And as long as you're out by the end of the month, then I won't do anything else. So, and I had given her a $600 deposit when I moved in. So, and I didn't even contact her again to see about getting that back or anything, because obviously $400 of it would have been the part of the last month's rent when I moved that I didn't pay, and I just didn't even care about the other $200. I was so mad at her and upset with her that I never wanted to see or talk to her again. So during the process of her texting me and telling me I had to leave, and I had all the text messages, so it wasn't like I was making anything up and, just got put out for not paying rent. That wasn't the case at all. But during this time that she was messaging me and telling me I had to leave, I was texting Brooke, and she had told me that they wanted to turn the garage into an apartment, sometime in the near future, and that, I could always come and rent that. And of course that was a great idea, for the future, but I had no idea what I was going to do at that moment. So about 45 minutes or an hour into the conversation, we talked about me and the kids moving in with them and using their room that they use for an office as a bedroom, and just bringing our basic necessities that we need every day, putting the majority of our stuff in a storage unit and just staying there while Cody built the apartment. So, of course I was on board for that. We are all very close. Our kids are close. I could bring my animals with me, and we cook together. We do dinner together, eat together all the time. So it wasn't something random or weird that, we would be able to live with them for any amount of time. So I went home after crying for the rest of that day and probably the next day because, Brooke had offered that and that we would have somewhere to go, and I didn't have to necessarily worry about it as much anymore. So we went home like that next day. I was staying at my mom's because I was very, very sick. So we went home like the next day. We started like spring cleaning, getting rid of anything that we didn't need or didn't want to put in storage or didn't need to take with us. And we had like 3 weeks to do this, so that was plenty of time to throw away a lot of stuff. And I went ahead and got the storage unit, and I started taking stuff there every day, taking down beds, throwing away a lot of stuff that we wouldn't need and we wouldn't be bringing with us, and then sorting the stuff out that we would be taking with us. So that's what we spent the next 3 weeks doing. And when it come time, then we moved into Cody and Brooks. So it did take a little bit longer than expected, but there were a couple of very, very unfortunate events that happened. There was death in the family, and it definitely slowed down the process. Weather slowed down the process some, but Cody had immediately started on the garage. It was kind of like a storage at this point, and a little shop for his business and lawnmowers and like things like that. They didn't use it for their vehicles. So he had a dumpster brought out here, and we started throwing things away and moving things over into his new shop. And me and the kids helped rip out, I think it's called plywood, out of the walls. That was really hard to do, but we helped do that. And we tried to help as much as we could, as often as we could, stuff that we could actually do. And it just started becoming this apartment, and it does make me very emotional. So I am very thankful for it, very appreciative. They both know this. I don't know how many times I've told them thank you and how much I love it. I'm very thankful for them. We are very, very blessed to have them as family. I honestly don't know what I would do without them. Definitely don't know where I would be right now if we hadn't have had them, and if Cody hadn't have did this. I do rent it, obviously not for anywhere near as much as I was paying. So the whole point of this was so that I could save money and work on my credit, build my credit score, so I can finally buy our first and hopefully only home ever. We've bounced around a lot. We've lived a lot of places. I have been a single mother of 3 kids for at least 13 years. We've been through a lot, but we've got through it all. And I'll never give up on us owning a home. I just won't. It's all that goes through my mind constantly, all day, every day. So while we have been out here, I have paid everything except for one thing off of my credit, and that is it's a little over $4,000. It's a couple of hospital bills put together. So that's the only thing left on my credit, and I have opened a savings account at a credit union bank and started a $500 secured credit card. So I'm going to be using that to build my credit score, and I will just continue to work on that. Hopefully the first of next year, we can start trying to get approved for a loan to buy our first house. I've rented all my life. Like I said, we've lived a lot of places. We've moved a lot. I think it's very old. I have been on assistance in the past. I don't need to be now, thank God. Not that anything's wrong with it. If I ever need it again, I would definitely apply for it. But we are very, very blessed right now. I won't ever stop. I won't stop until we own a house. So I'm not real sure what they're gonna do with this when we move. I don't know if they'll rent it out to like somebody random, or maybe just like keep it as a little guest house and fix it up. Brooke has a lot of family from out of town, and I don't know, when they come, maybe they could stay here. So if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be here during this process. I am going to be documenting my process with my credit and raising my credit score, and of course, not if, but when we buy our first home, that will obviously be a video and a house tour and all that good stuff. So I am going to try to leave links to things that I've bought in here. So if you have any questions or even suggestions, or anything, you can leave it in the comments below. So make sure you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I've already said that. So you don't miss my future videos, and you definitely don't want to miss when we buy our first home. That's going to be a big video. I think I covered everything. I don't know a lot of details of like size, square footage, and like construction stuff that he did. I don't really know any of that stuff, but if you have any specific questions, you can leave them below and I will gladly ask him and let you know. Also, if you haven't saw the first video of the transformation from garage to apartment, I will leave that in the description box below, so you can check that out and make sure you like that one as well. And I hope you all enjoyed this video and this tour. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you follow along with me for this on this journey.